So, I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I just haven't had the opportunity to do it. I'm tired of people asking for tutorials and only finding the exact same copy-pasted ones. This one's for beginners, this one's for basically beginners, this one's for beginners, this one's for beginners, this one might not be for beginners, this is for beginners. This is for beginners, and this is for beginner. Like, they're just all for beginners, and I'm actually kind of tired of it. So I'm going to be making one that's for novices, for people that know what projections are, know what valued items are, and that, like, can probably trade. You're probably around, like, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000 value. I've learned how to trade between, like, let's say, July something to September something. I don't trade anymore, but I don't think much has changed except for, like, there's no more hype season. Like, I traded a lot during hype season. That's why my graph goes like this sometimes, because of hyped items. But hype season's over, and trading's just basically dead right now. So I'm going to be telling people, or, well, you guys, not the beginner traders. If you're a beginner trader, get off this video. If you're a novice trader, I'm here to talk to you. And if you're a pro trader, then you can tell me to shut up. Anyway, so I'm going to see if I can progress this video in the right order of things that you should do, things that I recommend, and then things that you shouldn't do. But I might get outpaced because I will have to splice this recording. So let's see what I can do. The first thing that I probably will want to tell you is valued items. If you don't know already, overpay, or no, value items get overpays. You might not know how much valued items get overpaid for, but if you're, like, looking at smaller items, like I have items like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, it probably gets around like 500 up to like maybe 800. But if you're looking at some, like, I don't know, Zara, for example, like Zara or Undead, or I don't know, maybe ABRC. Oh my god, I could rant about it for an hour. But if you're up to those items, you're gonna have to overpay like 2K, 3K, especially if you have wrap. If you have wrap items, you should probably try to trade them for value as fast as possible, because you don't get trades with wrap items. I can tell you now, my inventory is mostly filled with wrap items. I don't get trades ever. I have trade ads going all the time. I never get trade ads for my wrap items. Don't get wrap items, they're bad. If you want to offer stick to value, only take wrap if it's like a holy ton of overpay. But just don't take wrap. Wrap is not preferred. Tip number 2 that I would say you should do is, let me find an example. This is a good example. If you trade someone, like I set this trade, and then he countered me with this, which I thought was like a reasonable counter because tail flipped, I just wanted to get rid of it. But he didn't want me to get rid of it. I sent him like a little bit more reasonable offer than the first one, and then he sent me an even worse offer. So if anybody ever does this, they don't want your. If they send you like a 500 lowball, and then you like counter back with something, and then they re-counter like a K lowball, they don't want your items. Don't trade them. You're not getting rid of it with them. Just stop it. A lot of the times, novice traders need to learn when to quit. You have to learn what trades can be counterable. This trade isn't counterable. I don't know what this trade is. He probably wanted it because of my wish list, but like, if somebody sends you something like this, don't counter it. There's no point. Another example would probably be, don't counter these trades. If somebody's lowballing you for value, there's no point to countering. They already know what value is. You already know what value is. They're not gonna let them overpay for your value items. They just wanted to try to lowball your valued items. These trades can come from Rollimons. They're usually with low value traders. I'm pretty sure this guy's a low. Yeah, 3,000 value. He doesn't know how to trade. Or he's low valued enough to not know how to trade. He still hasn't had 4,000 value. He probably still has around the same items. So if you ever get a trade like this, just don't even bother. Just like end up declining it. Like this. He probably sent me this. Like, don't even try. If they're lowballing your valued item, just don't bother. If I don't have an example. I had an example a few days ago. If somebody sends you back the same trade, like they send you a trade, I'm pretty sure this is an example. Yeah, here we go. So if somebody sends you a trade and then you counter the trade and then they send back the same thing, just stop the trade. They're not going to offer more. This is like the max amount that they're probably going to do. They're not going to move from this position. So just don't even counter back. It's a waste of time. Keep moving on to the next person. Um, one thing that I might recommend is um for the new items, there are not a lot of new items, but for when they do spike up, you should probably buy ones like the how are the you pronounce this? This was a good buy. If you bought this, you made like a little bit of profit, a little bit of profit, like 1K. But you made like a K profit. It was good. You could sell at Trader right now. It's good money, and you should probably buy items like this. My tip is that you shouldn't trade for items like this immediately as they come out. Like, it could be great to do that for tail flipped, because tail flipped is like the only example of this actually going well. A lot of this examples of this not going well is the headphones. These I don't think were ever above the 5K mark. They were at 5K and then they just like did lower. My assumption is that if it's like 1,000 Robux, 500 Robux, or anything lower than that, it's definitely worth it. Like these things that came out, they were at like 1,000 or maybe like 800 or something. You could buy these for like 777. So maybe you got equal on this one, but 777 is still a little high. What's a lower one? Hold on. Signature kicks, I'm pretty sure were a little high when it started. Yeah, they were like good for a day, and you probably should have sold it then because they were pretty trash after that. But they were only like 300 Robux. So even if you bought it and then you still have it now, I'm pretty sure you get a little bit of wrap from it. And where is it right now? I'm guessing like 450 value. It's not gonna load. I hate my Wi-Fi, but 450 value. So if you bought it for like 300, you got like 150 profit. It was all right. Same thing for this for some reason. This oddly went up. I don't understand it. But new items are like just basically a gamble. If the item doesn't look good, I probably wouldn't invest into it. One other thing, while we're talking about like the low amount of items, is that like if you're trading somebody with like 1 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil, and you have like, I don't know, 30,000 value or less, do not like actually try to make an offer with them because they're at like the point where like 30,000 is like 1% of 0.1% of their value. They're not going to care about an actual trade. They're just going to send whatever junk looks good to them. Usually that's you giving way too much. So honestly, if like you want an item that somebody who's a millionaire wants, then like I guess you could offer for it, but like don't sort out like trades for millionaires. Like they're not gonna care if like you're low value, if you're I don't know, giving them like a fair offer because they're gonna want like the best of the best offers. I don't know what an example of this is, but I just seen it like a lot. People would want like an item from somebody, and then like sometimes they would give like a K or something for it. Like when I had, hold on, where is it? Like this thing, Mythic Sword of the Tides. I wanted this, so I had to trade some richer people to get it, and I gave a K for overpay for it, but they all wanted like 3K overpay for it, which was I thought was ridiculous. So I eventually found somebody that gave it to me for cheaper. Here it is. This person is lower value. I don't know where all her items went. She probably sold them or something, but yeah, she's on the cheaper side of the graph. But if I wanted to trade somebody that was like over here or something, I needed like 3K to get this thing. It was ridiculous. I got it, but if you're, I don't know why it rounded up to this item, but I guess we can move on to the next one. Here it is, here it is, here it is. This I thought was a semi-rare because it only had 300 or no, 33 premium copies. Its circulation was like, I don't know, 13 and it had like 200 available copies from like old users. I thought this was a semi-rare. It wasn't because of how many copies it has. I thought it was a semi-rare because of how infrequently it was traded. There was only 13 in circulation. Some of them could be deleted. There might be like a hidden horde somewhere, but I thought it was a semi-rare. It is not a semi-rare. It's just hard to get. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Don't go for semi-rares, especially if they're above 300, because semi-rares, quote-unquote, like, even if it's not a semi-rare, people will act like it's a semi-rare just for overpay. And that actually transitions me into another thing. Uh, where's... Okay, this is gonna be a little confusing, but don't give proofs. I know that sounds confusing, but like if you have an item that's like 5,000 proofed over and over and over again, and people know that it's like 5,000 proofed, like hold on. Undead is a good example of this. When it was like a 13 or 18k wrap, you could get 3k for this item. It is something that you can get 3k for, but if you give 3k for it, especially in value, you're probably not going to get like 4k or 3.5k, unless it's like pure wrap. Now, I would throw this out the window if you had pure wrap and you're giving like 3k pure wrap for undead because it gets 3k, because you could just trade it for like valued items or like in an upgrade or something. It would be much better than your wrap items. But if you have like, I don't know, three 5k items and like an 8k item, which is 23k, and you're giving 23k for an undead worth 20k, that's just not what you want to do. You would want to do it for like maybe 2k, 1.5k if it's like possible for you to do that. It's probably hard, but like people would eventually want to trade it like that. You shouldn't go out looking for 3k or like whatever the item gets in value. If you have wrap, then you should go for it. But if you like have pure value and you're giving pure value for the pure value and how much it gets in proofs, then you're either not going to make your money back, you're going to waste time and split evenly, or you're just gonna eventually accept something that's not like 3k value. Like it's gonna be 2k, 2.5k valued, or like 3k wrap, which would just be even worse than the items you have now. So I would say that you shouldn't give exactly what proofs are if you don't want the item. If you want the item and you're like just gonna stop for the item, then like maybe you should give a proof for it. Or something that you probably should keep in your mind, that you shouldn't give like proof value for the item that you're looking forward to. You should always try to give it like lower than the proof, especially if it's pure value, or equal if it's like wrap, so you can trade to somebody else for pure value. Wrap, it will always be worse than value in smaller items. It could be so much better in bigger items, but if you have like, I don't know, legit Fedora, Big Head, Traffic Cone, even some of the bigger items like Undead, Zara, APRC, it will always be worse to have equal proofs with value than it would be like wrap value or whatever. Like if you have a random ass wrap item that you've never seen before in your life, you got it randomly from a downgrade, from like, I don't know, a Zara, you got a 2k downgrade and you have this random wrap item you've never seen before and you randomly check it for proofs for no reason. It has like no proofs. You should probably like ask around if it looks like a special item. Now, if it's something like, I don't know, the Naga helmet, which is like, you know, it's worthless, nobody wants it, it's just trash wrap, then it should be fine to just like not care about it. But if it's something like, I don't know, a gear or like a hat that like kind of looks good, it could have unknown value, like the dual monsters, or maybe something like if you somehow got a circlet crown for lower than what it's supposed to get, then you should definitely like look at proofs. If you have the time, like 5 seconds or something, to like open proofs, then you should probably look at proofs for the item and not what people are like telling you what the item is worth, even if it's still like a random ass wrap item. Like it could be a really good wrap item, but you didn't know, you just gave it to somebody for like 2k and they got 20k for it, and it could have taken you like 5 seconds to look at the value of it improves. It's probably never gonna happen, but like it could happen. So like, why not? You know? I just remembered one thing that you should never be afraid to do if somebody's like harassing you in game, sending you the worst trades ever, and you're like actually tired of it, you should just block them. Or if somebody's trading you like the most horrendous trades you've ever seen in your entire life, like over and over and over again, you've declined them over and over and over, just block them. Don't even look back on it, just block them. Like honestly, I have like friggin' 130 people blocked, I'm pretty sure. I have 119 people blocked. Most of these are from trading. I'm pretty sure my block list was like 40 before this. But no, if you like need to block somebody because they're harassing you, then you should just block them. If you need to block them because they're like making bad trades or just like, I don't know, probably like something like harassing you on Discord or something, like just block them. Like there's no going back on this. I've never used my blocked page more than this. But yeah, you should just like don't be afraid to block people, don't be afraid to mute people, just like push them out. Another thing to actually move on to that sentiment is that if somebody ever like friends you and just to message you about an item in your inventory and they like message you, don't get rid of it, don't sell it, that probably means that they don't want it in circulation and they just want you to hold it for them, but they don't want to trade for it because they would hold risk. So like if you have an 8,000 item and they're telling you that you shouldn't sell it for like 12,000 because the price is like 15,000 right now, but they either have a tiny hoard or they have like none of the item at all. I'm not saying to instantly get rid of it, but I'm saying that it will not mean anything. I've had it happen like 3 times. It's happened with this one gear. I don't know what it's called. There it is. This gear I held for a month because I thought that somebody who hoarded it was gonna project it, and they didn't. They had a hoard of 8. It was when I was a new trader. I thought they were actually gonna like develop and project it, mostly because like the list of premium copies actually like repeated with like a bunch of the same people. That's the only reason why I thought that it would might be projected because somebody was hoarding it. This thing's not going to go projected. Like I don't think it's went projected like that's not even a projection. That's just a normal buy. It went projected literally never. This thing has never been projected since 2012. It might be projected here. That's like the highest price it's ever sold. This thing has never been projected. It probably will never be projected because of the amount of available copies there are. Don't hold items that you think are going to be projected or that somebody is telling you to hold. If you think that your item is going to get projected, or somebody told you it's going to get projected, unless they have like 50% or more of the horde and that you can actually see they have 50% or more of the horde, it's not going to get projected. Don't bother holding it. You're just giving them time to make other people hold it and for them to probably trade it to you cheaper. Don't hold the item. It's not worth it. I know this is like a random video and you don't have to listen to any of this. This is just my insight as a trader because I've had it like almost impossible for me to find these type of videos. And I don't think I actually found any. I had to like ask people for trades. Don't be afraid to like post in don't post in like what is it, Trading Lounge. Don't post in Rollimon's Trading Lounge. Nobody's gonna help you there. They're just gonna make fun of you and like post their charts about how their items are gonna rise. Nobody's gonna help you there. Don't even try. Try like for smaller communities that like actually might help you with a trade. Like I don't know, maybe a YouTuber's server that like is not corrupt, like that might help you a little bit. Just like try with a server that has like a slow chat pace. Rolly Lounge is way too fast, and you definitely shouldn't do any of that there. I don't know why people still do it. I do it every once in a while for like a joke, but you shouldn't do it like professionally. And well, professionally, like for a trade you actually like thinking about, don't put it in there. There's no point. Like that's good, yeah. Sorry, this is like a random post. I just wanted to post this for a while, and I never really gotten the time. So hopefully I can make this work. This entire thing might get scrapped. So yeah. If you feel like you need to correct me on anything, I am very open to that. That's probably it. Yeah. I just wanted this out there. So yeah.